you seen the clip online about the Brexit vote about tomatoes?
I was voting Remain, and at the very last minute I changed my decision and I went to Leave. And the reason because of that is because of I go to a supermarket and a banana is straight.
Yeah.
I'm just sick
and there was
of
that
the silly
mental
rules
girl,
that
like
come out.
that girl who's just genuinely fucking retarded, I think. And she's everyone. If you've seen the video, exactly what I'm talking about. There's a girl who, like, her boyfriend, who's proper West Country, is like saying, "What do you think about Brexit?" And she said, "Well," and she just started talking about going down the shop and bananas are more expensive now, and that's why she's voting Brexit. It's things like that. Like, how can you respond to that?
Is that a valid point?
Yeah, maybe. It depends how much of a priority bananas are in your life.
Well, I think bananas are going to be more expensive now. I hate to go into facts now, but I mean, WTO tariffs will.
Go on, Paul. Actually, maybe not. You're ill. Sean, grab my phone and go onto the BBC app and tell me whether the first 10 articles you come across are they positive?
I don't know how to use this
Oh
device.
shit! Yeah, you need to get into it. Hang on.
No, I'm into it, but I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, go on the
Where's-
BBC.
Oh, BBC, right? Yeah. Oh, now there's a code. Say it. 0137.
Okay, yeah, go on the BBC.
All right, what am I looking for?
Just go from the top and tell me if it's a positive or a negative article.
Oh, it's invariably negative, isn't it?
From the top on the BBC.
Iraq war allegations probe to end. That's kind of good, isn't it?
Quite positive.
Yeah. Shit. 50 million pounds of cocaine found on Norfolk beaches. That could be positive or
Norfolk?
negative. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
Mayans.
Yeah. So that could be positive or negative depending on who it goes to. If it goes to a charitable cause. Plumbers win workers' rights battle. Positive.
Joking.
So this is.
It's never been this positive.
Although I'll tell you, if you want negative stories, then type in the word Muslim. So I wrote an article a few years ago where I just typed in Muslim to the two. Okay, a bit unfair. The Sun and the Mail, but these are the two most widely read newspapers in the country, so it's relatively fair if you want to get an idea of what the majority are reading. If you type it in, the things that you get come up are just horrendous.
And you can add more to that by having some keywords like Sharia law or something like that.
Oh, Jesus!
Yeah,
Christ.
add some trigger words in.
I think this is a good example of the kind of myths that surround outsiders, whether it's immigrants, whether it's refugees, whether it's Muslims. There's a number of surrounding myths, right? So, for example, the vast one. The Sun had an article that said most, or was it 1 in 10 Muslims are sympathetic to
Oh yeah, that poll they did.
to
phone
Islamic
poll.
State.
Yeah. Very loaded question, if I remember.
Refugees are all cheaters, sneakers,
And all the
terrorists,
child refugees have like
criminals.
full-on beards.
Child
and
refugees are
a massive
actually-
schlong and
have 10 kids themselves,
yeah.
and so forth.
But I want to bring out to an important point. Like this about the media. It's an important thing. What's going on here? It's an important point, right? About the media's influence on people's beliefs and on sowing this discord. And that's kind of like what we're doing. Like we're trying to make it a bit more. I mean, you can never be apolitical. You can never be completely neutral. But I guess we're trying to at least appreciate the views of other people and at least say, like, okay, look, you have that belief. That's a genuine emotion you have. I'm not going to blame you for that. But just help me understand why it is that you decide to choose this narrative over perhaps a more discursive one, a more fact-based one. Like you can't dress up.
I'm really interested.
I'm saying
to
you're
know
idiots if you disagree.
Why
that's what I'm saying.
you? I mean, hey, sure, I want to know what you think.
I'll just use some big words to cover
but
up the fact
just
that I'm
why
insulting.
is it that you like that non-fact based, not true, incorrect opinion? I mean, I'm empathetic towards you.
I never said that.
That's
For the
more or less
record.
what you said.
But isn't an important point, right? Like, especially like the Mail now, the Daily Mail. We're going to talk about this later, but the Daily Mail have now been discredited. Like, you're not allowed to use Daily Mail as a source on Wikipedia now. They've been outlawed
Unreliable
as a
source.
As an unreliable source.
And I believe they have something like 10 times more complaints made against them to the Press Complaints Commission than any other paper.
Yeah, second to Sun. So they're doing quite well. And it says a lot about mendacious media, about the fact that you are allowed to just talk absolute shit about whatever you want. And all you do is just print an apology on page
But
700.
here's the question, right? Are the Mail reflecting what people want to read? Are they giving people what they want because that's what they believe? Or are they driving certain types of... They're driving these beliefs? And because I think that's often what people say, they're selling people this, and if you change the media, if you had
They're
more
exacerbating,
responsible
aren't they? They're stoking
media,
the...
but
stoking the
maybe
flame.
they're just a reflection of what the majority of people believe.
Well, I would say like they're picking up on. I mean, there's a fear there, and you can either like imagine you're scared of the dark. Imagine you're a kid. Okay, imagine there's a kid.
I don't need
scared
to
of the
imagine
dark.
it.
All right, so you're scared of the
I am
dark.
scared of the dark.
So imagine I tell you that there's like fucking shitload of monsters going to come out of bed and eat your face.
Hold on a minute. Is this hypothetical?
No, this is real. It's going to exacerbate your fear. You're going to start imagining this kind of shit. But if I tell you that, don't worry about it, I'll be next to you, I'm in the room next to you, I'll come and stick my finger up your ass, as usual. Bit of lube. Like that might scare you in a different way.
Does that like immunise you against the monsters? If you
It does.
that's what monster come in.
that's
He's had
what
a finger up his ass.
That's what my uncle
Find
told me.
somebody else.
I assume that's true, right? It says in the Bible somewhere, I think.
If that's true, I mean,
My point is
Right.
that if
we'll
you
get to that later, though. I thought it's interesting.
yeah, off camera, is that if there's a fear, if there's a latent fear, or even kind of a brewing fear in somebody, it's very easy to stoke it. It's very easy to kind of intensify that by making up shit. Like you can say whatever you want to. Like
Because it
Nigel
sells.
Farage has got these massive posters up. Like look at all these people are coming in. Muslims are going to come and take over the country and impose Sharia law. People believe that's actually a possibility because it's the fear that's
Fear sells
making it
papers, maybe.
Yeah. Well, people like to believe it because it validates this emotion that they have. It validates the
I'm not just a coward.
Yeah.
I'm not just a racist.
Yeah, exactly. It takes a negative and spins it into somehow a positive or a fact-based.
I said I was mad, suspicious, looking around, and I feel like this is what it could be. How a civil war could kind of take on, how you could just suddenly become the enemy of half the people, and I think that's super interesting and scary. And I think it's still going on now.
But why does it happen? Yeah, I mean,
Oh God, my head. I can't.